it's great to be with everyone again. I was looking forward to it. And I think so far I haven't missed any of these meetings. And it's good to see all the colleagues of 45 years ago, see what they have done, talk to them, and it's like yesterday, you know. It's very special. Thank you, of course, to Stuart, Tiger, and whoever else organized this meeting, which is supposed to be the last one. Maybe it's not the last one, I hope not. Really, thank you very, very much for this very generous offer and organization.
It was a remarkable experience. It's really 45 years. It's almost unbelievable that it's that long ago and we're all together again. And funny enough, as if we'd never gone.
My particular experience was talking to some of the people at the lunch today, why they did their MBA. In many instances it was just something that they felt they should do, not anything that driving them to do it. And looking back, it's something that they never regretted doing. And I think the thanks that I'd like to say is to Stuart and his PA, Lindsay, organizing for people to come together from different parts of the world. Like Carl coming from England is a fantastically difficult job. They've done, I think, a wonderful reunion for us.
And I'm very appreciative to Stuart for organising it, because after the 40th, which he organised as well, he said that was definitely the last one. So it was a very pleasant surprise to get the emails last year saying he is going to do another last one. And the main reason I actually came, because my wife questioned me quite carefully on why do you do this stuff, was the fact that 1969 was a game-changing year for me personally in my life and my career, and just gave me a platform which was just another game. It was and I think subconsciously I wanted to come because that was a really important year in my life. And then of course to meet people again, especially this guy on my right, who gave us endless trouble in our small group in the first term. It's been great, it's been wonderful. And huge thanks to Stuart. Hats off to Stuart and Lindsay.
There's good news and there's bad news. And the bad news for Stuart is, we were sitting at lunch today and Ian Cantor was saying, come on boys, we've got to organise the 50th now. So Stuart doesn't yet know about it, but he's got another one coming. But it was, as Alistair said, it was a remarkable year, remarkable experience, and life-changing completely. And it was wonderful.
It's really wonderful to see all the old faces again, and to meet everybody again after so many years. And it's a little bit strange, but it's a lot of fun, and we're all having a good time, and that's what's important. And we're learning something as well while we do that. And it's a worthwhile experience, and it's something that you don't get to do every day. So I'm glad I came. I'd like to thank Stuart for being one of the arrangers, the main arranger of the whole thing. He's the one who decided at our last reunion that we should have one in 5 years' time. And all the other people who arranged the reunion and helped him. And it's a special thank you to Professor Boland, who took the trouble to come and join us. That's a very special gift to us.
This is rather wonderful to be back after all these years and to see people that I worked with 45 years ago who still seem to remember the words I said, even though I've forgotten them. And I'm very grateful to them for inviting me, and they organised very, very well. And I wish them great success for the future, because they're all going to live to 90 years of age, you see. So they have 20 more years to live. Cheers.
It's great to see back alumni of 45 years ago. It was very, very, very interesting to see the first ever director of the school and his inspiration, his energy, and the reason why he created that school. That, I think, for me was very good. I appreciate it to talk to people that have been very successful in their professional lives, and I'm of course extremely happy with what they're going to do with the challenge and the fundraising they're setting up for us, and the fact that they so much align with what we try to do. So for me it has been a great day. No, look, special thank yous on the organizers, special thank you on from Bob Boland, who, as I said, started the school and made the beginning of what it is today, but mainly the organizers, Stuart, Tiger, who took the initiative, and again, who we met a number of times, who really shared the passion I have for the school, and so I really would like to thank them for that.
So just for your record, I'm Francois Bonici. I'm the director of the Center for Social Innovation and Entrepreneurship at the Business School. It's been a pleasure to be here this evening at the 1969 reunion. It's amazing to see this class come together 45 years later, an inspiration, I think, to all of us. We're really interested to see and to share with them during their reunion how the business school has evolved to be relevant to Africa and to be also relevant in this age where we're looking at how the skills and tools of business and of innovation can really help to address the biggest challenges we face in Africa. So it's been really a pleasure to share with them their reunion and their dinner, and we really wish them the best and hope to see them at the 50-year reunion. I think I was inspired to hear about how the school started and the values and camaraderie of this group, that they 45 years later will get together, and I really hope that we continue that spirit in the school.
It's absolutely wonderful to be here with a group of people untouched by the ravages of time. The years have absolutely run off their backs like water off a duck's feathers, and this is a very special moment. We'd like to particularly thank the Fab Four responsible for bringing us all together. That's it, folks.
Oh, it's quite surprising to realize that we still remember some people and some faces and so on. We've seen them 5 years ago, most of them, and it's actually fantastic just to see each other again and to reconstruct the years 45 years ago. The special message is just see you in 5 years' time on your 50th anniversary.
Well, it's this is our 45th reunion, following on one at 40, and then we had one at 30 and 25. So this is a class of 69 that remains remarkably connected and close to each other. It's like 45 years ago. We're still communicating and enjoying each other's company. And this weekend has been very special with updating us in what the business school is busy with, how the MBA program has changed, and what the way forward for this business school and business schools in general is like. So I'm learning a lot.
We learned quite a lot too.
Friends here have traveled from the United States, from the United Kingdom, from
all over.
Switzerland. Switzerland, of course, yeah. Good to see everyone again. Indeed it is. And of course we're aging pretty well, I think, looking around. The guys...
Particularly you, Alex.
Particularly, yeah, we're doing very well. And we've got about... what percentage of the class?
I would say 50%, I would imagine, about 50%.
25 out of 60.
Yeah.
25 out of 60 are here. So that's a testimony in itself to the attraction. The fact of the matter is that the one-year program of MBA in 1969 was very intense. We worked from early morning till late at night, studying and working in syndicate groups, which really made us very close together. I'm not quite sure if the MBA students work so hard these days, but we were really driven from the beginning to see if we could stand up to it, I think. And we are the survivors.
Well, I think it's special. I think it's really special. I think seeing all these people we see every 5 years or so, but it's particularly great for people to be coming from other parts of the world to see that we're still around and how the thing's making progress, and we're all very proud of what the school's become. I think today's thing was, but to me, and there are a lot of highlights, but the real highlight is Bob Boland being here at the age of 88, flying out to come and meet us and be with us. He's a star. That guy is a real star. He started the school, he drove it. We still recall lessons that he gave us. We hang on the words that he has used from various times. And it's not only myself, everybody remembers them. So that's been very, very special. And I hope we honor him properly this evening with in fact what he's built.
We were one of the very early classes after the school was founded by Professor Bob Boland, and I met him in 1968 in Inyanga, Rhodesia, and I was so impressed and taken by the man's drive, and that's why I ended up coming to the business school.
You arrived in a Mercedes-Benz, Alex. That's what I remember very well. He arrives at business school with a Mercedes-Benz.
Well, there's a story behind that too, but Bob Boland was directly involved in my coming to the school. And actually, I ended up teaching in it for a while until I went back into the big world of business.
I think that what the school's doing is fantastic. It's not all about making money for oneself anymore. It's about the community, and I think that's great. I think Walter Bates is exactly the right man for the right moment. He's a visionary. He has ideas for the school, and one can see them rolling out. I met him for the first time 2 or 3 years ago when we started planning for this, and I said to people that I'd spoken to that they'll be proud of what they see, what has happened here from those early beginnings. But then, of course, to say, crown it all, out comes Bob Boland.
Yeah.
Thanks. There's also one guy I think who needs particular thanks, and that's Stuart Cohen. Stuart has worked unbelievably hard, and I don't think people realize just how much effort he's put into this to mop up all the people that are here. The average age at the time was 30. It's 45 years later, so the average age is 75. And to get guys of that kind of age to move and come to functions like this is something really special. And of course, assisted by Lindsay Body, who has been in the background helping people in every which way possible. And like special thanks to both of them.
It's an extraordinary thing to be here. It's an extraordinary thing to be in Cape Town. It's an extraordinary thing to see guys that we shared a very intense time with, that we bonded with enormously. And it's an extraordinary thing to be back at the school. The school, for us, for me, at the time was really special. It was, we were kids, and I was certainly a kid. And you learned a lot of things. You learned to work under pressure. You learned to work with other people. And we learned to do things together. But you also learned what made the school good. And looking back, and you see it now very clearly, I think a lot of the people that went to the school would have done well regardless. I'm not saying they didn't do a lot better because of the school, but they would have done well regardless because they're just great guys. And to be back here with them now, it kind of reinforces it. They're people, yes, of course, we bonded, you mix with them, you feel you could have mixed with them at any time, but it's easy. What do I miss? I miss the women. All white male, right? It's an all white male show, And I'm sure times have changed, and I'd be thrilled that times have changed, and of course times should be changing. So I'm sure the next groups are better, smarter, more rounded, more able than we might have been. But we've done the best. And very grateful for everything that the school has done to us. And that's everybody from Bob Boland, the secretariat at the time. I can't remember all the names. Trevor Williams, I certainly remember. And learning how to deal with SORC and wax, the written analysis of a case studies. It's great fun, great experience. Thrilled to be back here after 45 years and still enjoy the same feeling. Thank you very much.